Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to make a new video about SEO writing, which we'll combine with Neuronwriter. Neuronwriter is a tool to optimize the semantic field of your article. Even though we already have some indications with SEO writing, Neuronwriter allows us to do a lot, and you'll see that it's really very practical. We're going to focus on a topic, hair, or more precisely, how to have beautiful hair without blow drying. I don't have any other criteria, so we'll start. Here, you put your keyword. I really want an article on how to have beautiful hair without blow drying, so I'm going to put the keyword to generate a title and see if it understands correctly. We have the choice to base ourselves on the SERP. In fact, we have 3 AI models that are based in real time on the SERP results. That is, the results from Google's search engine where all the competitors are. If we take one of the 3 models here, we can't choose the type of article. If we take the default, we can choose what we want: a guide article, a listing, a product review, a comparison, a Google News article, for example. But here we're really going to base ourselves on the SERP, which allows us to already have relevant answers. I'm taking Claude 4 and DeepSeek. The tone of voice will be in the training. I like to speak in the first person singular, which makes the text quite natural. Here, we're going to put back a text that I did not long ago. In fact, we can create different templates, and the Save Template button allows you to create customized templates based on lots of things. It can be an article on different subjects, travel, recipes, etc. For brand and voice, we'll leave it as no because I'm going to create a persona. You can even include a website and do the website staff. Here, I don't feel like doing it because we're on a topic of brochures, well, rather in hair, whereas the blog is really focused on decoration. I'm going to put 3 images because it's important. If you put this title in the SERP, you'll see that there are already images, but I think we're going to find advice images. Often, they are 10 tips, etc. There aren't necessarily too many images. It will depend. Well, we're going to put 3 images. Then you can include a video if you wish. Here, I don't have a video. For the image, put the title back. In fact, it understands very well. And there you put images, and we take a photo to have a really professional look. I don't want a long introduction. I want a short introduction that briefly presents the topic with a quick listing of the article. Here's what I wanted to do. So basically, wait, I'm here, okay? And there, we can already start launching. There's the conclusion. I can put the key points at the beginning. No, FAQ, yes, there. I often leave it like that. And there, so it's finished. We're going to look at the article. Okay, here's what it looks like. We can browse it a little. We see that it has a very beautiful semantic score. Often, it's not that high. I'm telling you the truth, I've never had such high scores. And if we can see the competitors it has selected, I can't spend too much time on this because, in fact, we're going to send it to Neuronwriter, which will allow us to do more optimization. Because here, we have keywords that are under-optimized, not optimized enough, a bit too much, but we can't do much. Apart from seeing or going to take them here in selection, see what there is, what appears several times or not. It works very well, okay? So normally it's going to highlight hair, yeah. So I want the text itself to be rather well written. So it depends, there are passages that need to be there. It's almost the introduction, you see, that's a bit too much, but overall it can work. So here we're on beautiful hair without blow drying, no, tips and advice. We might remove understanding the fiber. All this, in my opinion, is not necessary because we really want to have advice from the beginning. So what I'm going to do is copy the text, export, copy, and put it in Neuronwriter. And in Neuronwriter, we can really go much further in semantic optimization. Here, I put my keyword. It's going to base itself on the competitors. Normally, it already does a good job, but it's long. So it allows us to take competitors. In fact, you have a content score, the number of words. So if you see that there are very few words, don't take it, because in fact it won't be able to base itself on the competition. And there, what I'm going to do is generate a small meta description tag. We're going to put that, our text. On the other hand, I'm going to take back my topic because by default it was for hair. And there, so in fact, we have a semantic score. You see, it's a bit different, of course. Each tool is based on the competitors. Here, on this one, we really selected the competitors ourselves. So, it's a bit different, but you see that in fact here, we're going to be able to do quite a few things. We can put all the terms that, according to it, should be added. So the basic terms that are important and the extended terms. So if we do auto insertion, it's going to propose to us, in addition, according to the sentences we've written in the article, to put its keywords to make sense and not repeat them, of course. You see, it's a bit tricky. We can see where it puts that here. So I'll also address I haven't done all the optimizations. We're going to accept. It's to show you a bit how it works. And in fact, it can increase your score each time. So there, you can do it again. And it's up to you, in fact, afterwards to go back with your human brain and know if what it puts is really relevant. Finally, it's quite interesting. Then there's the optimization part. And if naturally we can highlight it, and it's a bit too many times. So in fact, if you want to do fewer natural keywords, because in fact we're talking about the keywords having beautiful hair. So for natural oil it comes back often, but there, synonym, it can put synonyms for us. Authentic. So hop, there, we can replace or authenticity takes over. It's interesting like that. In fact, we can really get to the point, remove all the keywords that are a bit too long. Well, we can really manage as we want, in fact, the optimization of its terms. And there, so we have the competitors, we have our keyword, so the number of keywords, the competitors. So here we're above the competitors, on board with beautiful hair. So here, in fact, yes, sorry, it's not happening on the right title, sorry. But finally, it's good, it's purchase. So once we've done that, we're satisfied with the article. So here I haven't gone through everything, but you can really optimize tip while she has FAQ. So here we can change our FAQ. And once we're done, you can send it to WordPress directly here, synchronize, send it as a draft, and that's it. And I can often retrieve it, press, and then you can work on the text. So it's up to you to see also for the images. If you don't like them, you can choose others. For example, if you want to insert an image, I don't know, here, hop, image insertion. Either you do an image generated by AI, so it's going to ask you, in fact, necessarily for a somewhat long prompt. There, a close-up of soft hair. Okay. So, here, we can do photographer, hop. Generally, there are several types. Cartoon, so we can do use, send, and integrate the image directly with an alt directly, which is the 30, which is interesting. And we can put images from Pixabay, so free and royalty-free images, which also allows us to be quite flexible in your images and not have any problems. So, there. I hope you liked it. So, Neuronwriter is much more complex than that. We can do a lot of things. We can even insert internal links in our articles. Yeah, if I do auto, a ceramic, yes, it might find an article that is linked on my website that I've connected, which is really interesting. So, here, I don't know if it's going to find a similar topic. We'll see. I didn't have it in mind. I don't know if it's going to find it. But in any case, we'll do a video on the website with the team on Neuronwriter because it's really very powerful. It's a tool a bit similar to you. And if you want to have discounts on Neuronwriter or SEO writing, you can take the partnership links that are under the video. We have discounts, in fact, with the tools, the founders, which allows you to test the tools. And if you want a lifetime plan, Neuronwriter, it's possible. Contact us. Yes, it found, in fact, the perfect article to make a link. So, here, it's not bad. There, cleaning in the room, no relation, the central videos. And so, sometimes it's a bit messy, but okay. It's not bad. Accepted to see, and then adapted product. Okay. There, so we'll see that later. But for now, it was a video on the transition between the two tools, which is really interesting for working on your semantic keywords, etc. And if there are any questions, ask them in the comments. Ciao!